What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. A much better day in terms of setups and actually hitting some entries yesterday, which is really nice to see. You know, the past couple of days have been a bit rough. I've been very transparent about that, which, I talked about that a lot yesterday. So, if you're really into, me talking and into, me explaining things, explaining what we do here, I really recommend yesterday's video because I think I do a really good job of explaining, how to get through losing days, how to get through losing times. There's going to be winning and losing days and weeks and stuff like that throughout this journey of sports betting. That's just the name of the game, right? So if you come into sports betting thinking you're only going to win, that is literally impossible. You're never going to find something that you only win on, and you're never going to find anyone who only wins every single day, right? All I can do is show you guys the performance, show you guys the past 2 years of what I've been doing. We have had 3 losing months out of the 26 months I have been doing this. So again, the odds are in our favor pretty much. We actually have the same amount of losing months as we do over 100 unit months, okay? We had a 100 unit month back in November of 2024. We had a 100 unit month in February 2025 and of October 2025. So those were our 3 best months, and those heavily outweigh having just 3 losing months, right? 2026 performance is right here. It's crazy to think about, even though we've had a really bad past 2 weeks. We pretty much, since the end of January, like January 26th to now, it's been bad, right? Pretty much every single day has been bad, I guess, other than this little blip right here. We probably hit a 4-man right here. But we are still up on the year, which is crazy to think about. And one thing to always look at is the ROI here. This hovers normally between about 10 to 12%. So once we get probably 1,000 plus bets under our belt, you're going to see this stay in the range of between, I would say, like 9 to 12. Now at this point right here, when we were just at like really all-time highs, again, this was at the end of January, we were at like 19% or like 17, 18% ROI. So now we're actually under expectations. Just 2 weeks ago, we were above expectations. But again, as I said, these things are going to constantly fluctuate. And again, this is what I went into in yesterday's video as well. Now, the straight bets have also been doing very well, which is nice to see. We are up 13 units on the straight bets, right? We are pretty much close to 50 and 36, right? So we've hit a lot more straight bets than not. And this is what you want to see on the straight bets, is hitting a lot more than not, because we don't play that many out of the money straight bets. A lot of our straight bets are plus, 110, minus 110. So we do actually want to hit more straight bets than not. And in the parlays, you're going to see that we actually lose a lot more than we win, right? Only 60 wins, over 200 losses. And that is because a lot of these entries that I do play are 4-mans and 3-mans. So you're not going to hit many of them, but when you do hit them, you're going to not exceed expectations, but you're going to get a much higher payout than the losses pretty much, right? A lot of these are 9x, 10x entries. So when you hit them, they might pay off 9, 8 losses in a row right there, right? So going into yesterday, we do have a setup here for Valorant, which is nice to see. I took the overs, so hopefully this game can go into overtime or something like that, and the overs might hit. I believe this is a 9.5x or something, so if this hits, this would be really big. This is a 3-man that we have set up. Again, you'll see these kind of like this kind of square of plays right here. Very good calls on some of these single lines. Kawhi was discounted, so I'm not really going to take credit of that, right? Kawhi's discount, but Scorth did hit, right? And pretty much the theory of all these is we're taking single players that I really like the line of, and then we're pairing it up with League of Legends correlation, right? So I took the over, and this League of Legends, it looks like a lot of overs, right? Over here. So we'll cross our fingers that some of these do hit. And then with Sam Darnold and JSN, this was actually the play of the day yesterday. I took the under, right? And the concept of League of Legends, going back a couple of days here, again, this was maybe last week or something, but I'm just showing you the concept of League of Legends. As you'll see here, the over hit together because this team won the game. The under hit here because his team lost the game. The under hit here because his team lost the game. And then here's a really interesting play here where I took the under, the play hit together because the guys lost the game, and then I took the under, and I should have took the over because this team right here ended up winning the game. So this guy gets 8 kills, this guy gets 5 kills. So again, very correlated. If a team wins, you're going to get a lot of kills. If a team loses, you're going to get not as many kills. So hopefully, going back to today, hopefully some of these teams win and go over. Some of these teams go into overtime and get more kills and such. And then the straight bets have also been doing very well. I mean, at the end of the day, the parlays have not been doing good in February. It's been a very rough February. And again, I've been, as transparent as possible about that. But The straight bets have been doing really well, actually. Yesterday, I believe we hit, I forgot what we hit yesterday. We hit some sort of over or something like that. But we did take Nuggets and Knicks money line in yesterday's video. This hit very, very easily. This game went into overtime, so these guys went way over. These teams went way over their points. And then right here, we took Florida Panthers money line. That does go ahead and hit as well. This was a VIP play on rebet. And then the only other play that I took with the straight bet yesterday was OKC money line. And really, this was with the intention that either SGA or Chet was going to play yesterday. Both of them ended up not playing, okay? So the intention was one of their superstars out of the two was going to at least play, and I liked the odds at that moment, but both of them ended up not playing. So the odds kind of tanked once they were both announced not playing, and OKC pretty much turned into like a not so good NBA team at that point. So their odds were not in their favor at that point. So this was kind of a shot at that theory that maybe one of the superstars would play, but they unfortunately did not. But again, the straight bets did very well, right? Going 2 out of 3 is very nice on those straight bets. And then we did hit on better. We came very close on sleeper, really with this discount here. This guy needed 1 more point. I think he had 14 points at halftime, and he literally only got 4 more points the rest of the game, which is pretty sad. But better did hit as well with this Wimby discount. And again, with these discounts on sleeper and better, guys, I can put $10 on them. So it's a $10 minimum. And I know, majority of people, I've done this long enough to know how many people, how many people bet with how much amount of money. Most people are between, $5 to $10 sports bettors. So getting $10 down on a Wimby discount, on some of these discounts on sleeper, some of these discounts on chalkboard, do not sleep on them, guys. You can make seriously like easy money and decent money on these different discounts if you take them every day. The last thing that I do want to go over is this play that I did send out yesterday, which was Scorth, and then which was Sam Darnold and JSN. I already talked about the Sam Darnold and JSN, how correlated it is, but I also kind of talked about this with Scorth. He actually did end up winning both of his games, which you would think would take the overs, but this was just a simple fact of the line was too high. And I talked about this yesterday. I liked him at 12 under, and I thought that this line would bump at 11. I was checking this all day. All day he was at 12 pretty much. So you guys, if you guys took this play, you guys should have got him at 12 pretty much the entire day. And then I checked one last time at around midnight or maybe 1 a.m. my time, and his line was at 11. So he did actually bump down to 11, and he actually played this morning, and he ended up missing and going under at or hitting the under at 10. So yeah, this was just a case of really, really good odds getting it at 12. It should have been something like 11, which the sportsbooks finally took him at 11 or put him down to 11. And this is this is literally the long-term factor of how to win long-term, is getting these bumps, right? If you take an NBA player at under 30 and by game time he bumps down to 25, that is a indicator that you know what you were doing, because the sportsbooks are mispricing the odds and they're saying, you know what, 30 was way too high. We're going to actually bump him down to 25 or something like that. Now that's a very big, case right there, but that is pretty much in theory what should happen if you are a long-term bettor. The number one thing I want to talk about too is just tracking your bets on Pickett, guys. Use code detective to get signed up with Pickett. It is completely free. Get on your phone. You can track all your bets. You can sync everything within 5 minutes. And it's helped so much the past 2 weeks, because now I can look that we are up 30 units, 32 units over the past, 40 days so far in 2026, which is amazing, right? It really feels like we are down. It really feels like we have gone down 50 units or something like that. But when you have this source of truth right in front of you, you will see, okay, actually it's not that big of a deal, guys. We're still up on the year. If you guys started the VIP in January 1st, you would still be up, okay? A decent number too, 30 units, right? Which is a decent number. If you're a $10 bettor, you'd still be up between, $200 to $300 on the VIP, just taking all my bets for $10, okay? So that's still great, right? That's still great to be up money, even having a pretty bad downturn that we are in the past 2 weeks. So let's get into the plays today, guys. I want to also say, if you're not taking these straight bets, I don't know what to tell you. Get these straight bets. With Onyx Odds, guys, you'll get a free $100 for signing up, and all of these purple states Onyx Odds is available in, okay? So I live in Texas. In Texas, FanDuel, DraftKings, a lot of those, sports books that you'll see on TV, BetMGM, stuff like that, they're not available in Texas. So I'm able to bet straight bets, which what I mean by straight bets is pretty much not parlays, right? Over-unders, money lines, spreads, and I'm able to bet that stuff on Onyx Odds, on Rebet, which I talk about a lot, and we've been doing very well on the straight bets. As you guys will see, we're winning, a lot more than losing record-wise, straight bets. So get on Onyx, get on Rebet. I would recommend at least having one of those, right? Onyx, Rebet, you'll get 2 months free. The deposit match is up to $100. But with Onyx odds, guys, you literally put in $10 and you get a free $100. So the two plays, these look very similar, so be careful here. But it is Bulls and Raptors, and I'm taking their over 223.5 points. So I'm taking their over, kind of like I did yesterday with that Nuggets game. And then this is the second play, which is going to be Wizards and Pistons, and same thing, I'm taking their over at 225.5. All right, so a lot of it could be confusing, with the 200s and the different teams. So make sure you put this in and have be detail oriented pretty much, right? And put this in correctly. But it's this Bulls Raptors game. I'm taking their over points for this game, and then the Wizards Pistons game, and I'm taking them over their points as well. All right, so these are the two straight bets today. You guys can sign up for Onyx, obviously get a free month of the VIP. Rebet, get 2 free months of the VIP. Kalshi, also get 1 free month of the VIP. I get a lot of confusion about this, but these are the steps, really. Just text me, all right? You don't have to do anything. You don't have to use my code. You don't have to sign up for, anything and go out there on the App Store or anything. Text me. I'll walk you through the instructions very easily, okay? I don't want you guys messing up anything. The worst case scenario would be you sign up for this app, you don't use my code, and then, it's going to be hard because I really would have to get you signed up for something else, right? So use these different things, guys. Again, in 2026, it's really important that you have additional apps, additional sports books to your disposal, and not just be one of those people that only wants to bet on PrizePicks for some reason, right? That would not be very smart to do. So on PrizePicks, though, here's our play of the day, right? I want to get a setup for the Seahawks, which we already have with that League of Legends play and then with Darnold and JSN, and then I want to get a setup with the Patriots, okay? So there is a LeBron discount. I was researching LeBron very heavily, and I really like his under assists, okay? This is my favorite play in the NBA today. But then when I was researching it, there was a discount that popped up, literally like mid me researching it. So I'm like, well, I need to take the discount because the discount is right there in front of me. But I'm telling you guys, I like his assist line maybe just as much as this discount right here, okay, guys? So if his assist line bumps to 6, then I would take his under assist plus points, okay? I don't know what it's at. It's probably at about like 27 or 27.5, something around there. But I like his under assists the most, and then obviously take the discount. So if you guys are fine taking the discount here, then take the discount and don't think about anything else. But if you guys want a additional pick, maybe you took the discount on something else or want to take it on something else, maybe you want to throw it on a 2-man or something, then do that and take his under assist. If his under assist bumps to 6, then take his under points plus assists, okay? And that should be around 27.5 or 27, something like that. Okay, so we got that out of the way. LeBron is going to be the play of the day for the NBA. Hopefully you guys understand what to take. And then the second part of this is going to be NFL correlation. And I'm taking Drake May to go over. I'm taking Kayshon Boutte to go over. Now, I have said on record, every time Boutte is under 30 yards, I love to take him, okay? So he is under 30 yards at 29.5. I think he should be at about 33 to 32, which is a big difference sometimes in football. Sometimes there's a difference between, hitting the entry and not hitting the entry is 3 to 4 yards, okay? So I am taking him over. I'm taking Drake May over. Now, why am I taking them over together? Very similar to the Sam Darnold and JSN line that I took yesterday. I'm taking them over together because the better that Drake May does, the better that his number 1, number 2 receiver like Kayshon Boutte is going to do as well, okay? So if Drake May throws for 300 yards in the Super Bowl, it's likely that Boutte is going to get maybe 40, 50, 60 of those yards. If Drake May only throws for 100 yards, let's just say, then Boutte is probably only going to get 15 to 20 yards, all right? Maybe even less than that. He might only get 1 catch or something. So the reason why I'm taking the over is because I think the Patriots are going to be losing this game. So when the Patriots or any team in the NFL or in college football loses a game, that is going to cause them to throw the football a lot more, okay? So I'm thinking that the Patriots are going to be playing from behind, throwing the football more. What happens when you throw the football? May gets more yards, Boutte gets more receiving yards. Now, if you want to put Stephon Diggs in here, be my guest, all right? If you're like, you know what, I'd rather just take Diggs. He's the number 1 receiver. They don't really have a number 1 receiver. That's kind of the interesting part about this game is that the Seahawks definitely have a number 1 receiver. The Patriots really don't. It's kind of between Boutte, Hunter Henry, and Diggs, obviously. And yeah, I'm taking Butte for here. My rule is when Butte's under 30 yards this year, I take him over, and it has hit like 3 out of 3 of the times that I've taken him so far. Now, who knows if it's going to hit again? It's the Super Bowl, but this is going to be the play of the day for PrizePicks, guys. So 3 picks in today's video. Make sure to lock all of them in. Here's the pick for PrizePicks. Here's the pick for Onyx. 1 pick here on Onyx for the over for the Bulls-Raptors game. 2nd pick here for the Wizards-Pistons game. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support from everyone, all the kind words and everything that everyone has. You know, you guys really have my back. I mean, a lot of you guys who have been with me for a year, 6 months, 3 months, whatever it is, you guys really know that we do win long term. All I can do is come on here, be transparent, show you guys the wins and losses, show you guys what I've done over the past 2 years. Is it going to be pretty sometimes? No. I'm never going to say that it's going to be, you know, rainbows and butterflies every day. That's not how betting is. Betting is sometimes you really question yourself. You really question your sanity and question if you can, you know, if you'll ever win, right? And who knows what's going to happen the past, you know, week, the next 2 weeks. All I know is that long term, when we get a lot of bets under our belt, we're going to win long term, and that is what we have done over the past 26 months, okay? Appreciate you guys. Let's have a great Super Bowl. Tomorrow, I'm going to send out a play in the morning, and then I'll either send out a video tomorrow night or Saturday morning, and it's going to be my favorite plays of the Super Bowl. So it's just going to be rapid fire. I'm going to try to get like 12 to 14 picks, just like boom, I like this guy, like this guy, like this guy, and it's going to be a super rapid fire fun video. So look out for that for Friday night or Saturday morning. And yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.